On the shores of the Salish Sea rises an architectural marvel by Darcy Jones Architecture, offering something to the Sunshine Coast rarely available. And today, I have the privilege of sharing it with you. Welcome to 4097 Browning Road, located in the Sunshine Coast. A 4-bedroom, 5-bathroom, around 5,000 square feet when you include the cottage home. This is a home that you don't want to miss. This home is listed by Katie Burkhardt, Sue Scott, and the Abode Vancouver team, and it's listed for $5,688,000. My name is Cameron Phillips, and I'm a real estate advisor with Engel & Volkers Vancouver, and today I have the honor of sharing this home with you. And welcome in. One of the first things that I want to point out to you is not a room, it's not a finish, it's not an appliance. It is a unified sense of design through architecture that we have throughout this property. Take a look at this great room that I'm standing in now. This is the first thing you see when you enter this home. This is where you live your life, you entertain your friends and family, and where you truly become a part of the landscape here on the Sunshine Coast. And the essence of that, of course, is the ocean, but also the forest. And the way that Darcy Jones Architecture built this property, it brings in elements of both. One of the things you'll immediately notice is the unified color palette throughout this home. This home is a palace of steel, concrete, and glass, and that combines perfectly with the natural textures and colors of the outside world to have that cohesion I was talking about. To my right is the ocean, to the left is the forest, and the home brings it together in a married architecture. It's rare to have an opportunity like this for a property to come available, and even more rare for you to have the chance to own it. And today, that's why it's such a privilege to be able to share this with you. This is a property that's not just meant to be a trophy home. It's meant to be lived in and enjoyed, whether that's a retired couple, a young family, or something in between. This is a property that you can comfortably call a full-time home or a vacation getaway. Look at this kitchen. We have Gaggenau appliance suite throughout the property, integrated paneled fridge, lots of counter space, and this generous sized island with in-bar seating. Without even covering the specifics of the appliances and the stone and the wood, let's talk about the sentiment. I'm standing here imagining all of my friends and family sprawling out across the living room, looking out to the ocean. Just a moment ago, I saw a seal playing in the waves. There's whales, there's dolphins, and just behind me is this incredible forest vista. You'll notice this overheight atrium glass window, which is an element that you'll see repeated throughout this property, which is these channels to let the outdoor in, not through the traditional glazing that you'll find on an average property. If we look up, we have 20 feet of glass that spans visually the whole length of the trees located around the property. So again, when I stand in this place, not only am I seeing the expansive ocean views, but I'm looking into the forest, which is quintessentially Browning Road in the Sunshine Coast. This is the epitome of luxury. This is a kitchen that's not just for show. This is a kitchen you can truly work in and create a meal for the whole family. One more note. In this space, including the large integrated media center, you also have a wood-burning fireplace, which perfectly centers the room. But also one other thing, we have a home office off to the right, including a large built-in wine cellar. Let's make our way to the primary bedroom located on the main floor and take a look at what makes this home even more special. Now, most people don't always look for a main floor primary suite, but let me tell you why it really works in this property. It's because of the ocean views and the natural landscape. We are off on our own wing of the main floor, and I am looking out, feeling eye level with the landscape and the ocean. I cannot imagine a more serene primary suite. Actually, I have quite literally never seen a more serene primary suite. From lying in bed, like I said earlier, you can see the whales, the seals, the waves crashing on the rock outcropping. This is really something that is so unique and special, and I hope it's coming across on video how magnificent this landscape is. But bringing it back inside the home, Let's talk about what makes this primary suite extra special. And it's not just this concrete skim coat that again brings in the elements of glass, concrete, and steel we found throughout the property. It's the walk-in closet. Ready for this? Come take a look. So it's not just one row of closets. It's not two, it's not three, it's not four, it's six. It's all the way to the end, floor to ceiling, built in that same gorgeous oak wood that we found throughout the kitchen. This is that integration of seamless design that we're finding throughout the property. This walk-through closet with ample storage leads us right into the primary bath with separated tub and shower, expansive counter space, and those same ocean views. This is where you want to get ready for the day, look out, and see the ocean. Now, if you think this was good, I have another surprise for you. And you really probably won't expect this one, so come take a look. Now, just off the primary bedroom, behind me you'll notice there is a powder room for your main floor guests, which is excellent. To my left, we have the mudroom and access to the 2-car garage, which is phenomenal. And then right in front of me is the laundry room. We have another atrium feel to the bamboo garden outside the home, but also really where the surprise that I want to show you lies. See this? This is your in-home elevator. And I'm going to take this upstairs and I will see you there. Katie, what are you doing here?
Hey, Cameron. Thank you so much for coming in featuring the Pebble Beach House for the EV exclusive.
Of course, this is Katie Burkhardt, the listing agent of this property, who so graciously allowed us to come today and share the property with you. Katie's gonna help me go over what makes the upstairs of this property so special and integrates that same design we've been talking about throughout this tour. So Katie, tell me about what you love about this property.
Well, where to start, because there's so many amazing things, but I would say that the vision, the architectural vision that Darcy Jones brought is just, he has a ability to blend seamlessly natural surroundings and natural materials with a modern aesthetic, also with keeping a warm, cozy environment, and really just the way that it was built to focus on bringing all the natural light into every room, so you have a combination of privacy but open concept with really light sort of flowing in everywhere.
Absolutely. I mean, this is exemplified by directly behind you, another one of these atrium features, a mini courtyard that links you right into the exercise multi-purpose office room that we'll cover in a little bit. But first, we need to talk about the room we're in right now, because I have never seen a multi-purpose, entertaining, family, media, snooker room that looks quite like this.
Yeah, you can do it all in here.
You can do it all, and that's testament to that seamless design integration from Darcy Jones's vision.
Yeah, with the windows everywhere and the skylights, and really, I mean, this beautiful snooker table, and by the way, this stays.
This stays with the property?
Yeah.
I mean, this is massive.
But you really, if you can think about the size of this room, you really don't even need to have lights turned on to be able to entertain and play pool.
But that's the thesis of the design, that there's enough natural light coming in, even reflecting off the ocean, which is so poetic in its own way, that the room is just flooded with light.
Absolutely.
I can imagine having, 50 people over for a party and having everyone up here. You have your wet bar, you have your closet space, fireplace, integrated TV. You really could do anything with this space as well, which is a nice thing to have in a home, because it's not just that buttoned up perfect bedroom, kitchen, office. You have the space.
There's flexibility really for any owner to come in and could turn this into an art studio if they wanted to. Or,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Or even another extra large bedroom.
Exactly.
Maybe I'll take this one. There was one feature you mentioned that you really found striking in this home, and it's just outside this door. Why don't we go take a look at it?
Okay, let's go have a look.
Okay, so Katie, you're gonna tell me about one of your favorite features of the property, but I think I can see it in front of us.
Yeah, so I mean, out of all the amazing features of this home, this is really my favorite part of the house. This door, I call it the portal, and you just are mesmerized by the tranquil Salish Sea ocean, and you just want to walk right out front, and the patio is amazing to spend time on.
Speaking of, I think we should go and check it out.
Let's do it.
And get the visual. As we work our way there is one more room just to my left, which is currently used as an art studio, but could also be a fitness center or the dream home office. It has that same floor to ceiling glass on both sides, and the light is flooding in. With that being said, now let's check out outside.
Yeah, let's go look.
After you. So Katie, this is remarkable. And one of the things that makes it so special is that 100 feet of coastline that we have right here at the Salish Sea.
Yes. So we're on a sprawling 1 acre, and we have, like you said, 100 feet of coastline looking out to the Salish Sea. Out here we have the White Islet, and this is a sanctuary for bird watching, and whale sightings and sea lions are abundant.
It's hard to believe that we're only an hour journey from West Vancouver. It feels like we are a world away. I was even surprised at how quick it was to get here this morning.
Yeah.
And it feels like we've been transported to something that is so far from civilization, but has every modern touch you could possibly imagine.
Absolutely. You're in the middle of nowhere, and it feels like you're living in a dream, and then you have all the amenities you need just close at hand.
And the privacy too of this lot is exceptional. We're quite a ways down from the street on Browning Road, a renowned area, and you can't see your neighbors. We have this beautiful old growth forest, and that is again what you can see inside thanks to the architecture, is that combination of the forest and the ocean brought to life inside the home.
Blended together, exactly. And the really cute little guest cabin up at the top of the property, which also has its own ocean views, and you're surrounded by forest, but there's certainly privacy between the house and the carriage house.
Excellent. Yeah. So when all your family comes to visit, you can put them up in the guest house, they can have their own space.
Or if you need a little rental helper, or if this is just a part-time home for you, to have somebody that you know renting it to help out with the property.
Absolutely. The possibilities are endless. Katie, thank you so much for allowing us to come here and share this property with the network through EV Exclusive. I think it's one of the joys of being a part of the Engel and Volkers network, is that we can take a property as unique as this and connect it with potential buyers all over the world.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for coming out and helping share the exposure and the experience, and getting to experience this beautiful home, because there's really nothing quite like it. Really anywhere in BC, but particularly on the Sunshine Coast. It's a very special, special home. Thank you, Cameron.
Thank you. Okay. For you at home, we're not quite done yet. There's a few other items that take this home to the next level, if you can even believe that. So let's go and take a look. As we make our way back into the home, there's 2 additional bedrooms on the upper level that I want to show you, both of which are en-suited, and both of which also have that same custom millwork we've seen throughout the property. This oak finish again integrates that design to make sure that your guests are staying in luxury. No attention to detail was spared. Now, let's head downstairs and check out one last thing that really takes this home to the ultimate level. Come follow me. Throughout this tour today, we've talked about the pinnacle of design and how Darcy Jones architecture has built a marvel here on the Sunshine Coast. You can tell from the motifs behind me that bring the outdoors in. You can tell from the quality of the finishes, the unification of the design, and the blending between the elements of the serene forest, as well as the tranquil Salish Sea. Now, the last feature that truly makes this a modern marvel of West Coast design is the indoor-outdoor flow. And as you can see behind me, your entire wall opens up to connect your living space from the interior to the exterior. Let's go take a look. Why does one purchase an architectural home of this caliber on the ocean in British Columbia? Well, what we love to do in BC and as Vancouverites is have fashion meet function, meaning that we can have a home that is worthy of art galleries and magazines, but also perfect to entertain all of your relatives, your best friends, your colleagues, as well as you and your family in one of the most beautiful natural settings on the planet. As you can see, we've made it down to the 100 feet of private coastline. There are few things as spectacular as this in North America, and you can just imagine all 4 seasons sitting here looking at the wildlife and the world go by. Now that we've seen the coastline, let's head to the front of the property into the forest and wrap up this tour. So as we conclude our tour, there were two more things I wanted to mention. The first of which we alluded to earlier, there is a separate cottage on this property, including its own private deck with ocean views, perfect for all your family and other guests to stay at. There's also an additional detached garage up near the street, so you have even more parking space. And with that being said, that concludes our tour of this spectacular home. Special thanks to the listing agents Katie Burkhardt, Sue Scott, and the Abode Vancouver team from Engel & Volkers Vancouver for allowing us to come in and film this property and share it with you. If you enjoyed this property, make sure to give our channel a subscribe, give the video a thumbs up, and leave a comment down below letting me know your favorite part of this tour. Again, my name is Cameron Phillips. It has been my honor and privilege to share this property with you today, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye. Today is going to be a really special tour because... Was that too loud?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Again, we have... No, I've said again too many times. As we make... Wait, no, never mind. What am I saying? As we make... Oh my God. And welcome to... What are you doing here? How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Wonderful. This is... Oh, that got awkward. I should ask how you are.
Masterpiece. A bunch.
No, it was so good. Okay, so Katie, you're gonna tell me about one of your favorite features in the home. Sorry, this is moving now.
We're on a sprawling 1 acre at...
Everyone's gonna love watching this. And wait, that was awkward. Let me say that again. Katie, thank you so much for allowing us into this property to come and take a viewing today. Take a viewing. Katie, thank you so much for allowing us to come here and... One more time. Sorry, one more time.
I'm still rolling, no worries.
So what happens when you try to say the same thing more than once?
Totally.
And action.